Okay. Now we shall calculate the numericals from textual exercise. See, first of all, 100 ohm resistor is connected to 220 volt 50 hertz AC supply. What is the RMS value of current in the circuit? Now, whenever the voltages are given for AC circuit, these voltages are also always Vrms. Okay. Now, just we have to apply a simple formula. Vrms is equal to, we have 220 volt. Okay. Now, as we have Ohm's law, I is equal to V upon R. Similar expression for AC circuit, instead of this R, we write Z, that is impedance. So, IRMS we want to find. So, IRMS is equal to Vrms upon Z. Now, here only there is a resistance, and as you know that Z is equal to under root of R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. These two components are absent, so we will have zero value of this bracket. So we will have under root of R square, and that will be equal to R. So impedance is R. So just we have to write the formula here. IRMS is equal to Vrms upon Z, and place these values, that is 100 ohm for this value of Z and 220 volt for the value of Vrms. We can get current as 2.2 ampere. Okay. Now in the same question, we want to find out what is the net power consumed over a full cycle. Now power, as you know, that power is given by V square upon R. Here we have Vrms. Okay. So we write Vrms square upon R and just place these values, and you will get the power to be 484 watt. Now numerical number 7.2, first part is very easy. The peak voltage of AC voltage is 300 volt. Okay. We want to find out the RMS value of the voltage, and as you know, Vrms is equal to Vm upon under root 2. So just we have to write 300 upon root 2, and you get the Vrms, that is 212.2 volt. Okay. Now in the same question, the RMS value of current in AC circuit is 10 ampere. What is the peak current? Now we want to find out peak current from this RMS. So as you know, IRMS is equal to Im upon root 2. So Im will be equal to under root 2 multiplied by IRMS. Okay. Just we have to place the value of IRMS to be 10. So root 2 into 10 we have to find, that value will be 14.14 ampere. Okay. Okay. Now numerical number 3, 7.3. 44 millihenry inductor is connected to 220 volt. Now again voltages are given. You consider these voltages to be Vrms. Remember, 50 hertz is the frequency of the supply. Determine the RMS value of the current in the circuit. Now first of all, IRMS is nothing but Vrms upon value of impedance. Now there is only inductor, so it is having inductance, or rather we can say inductive reactance only it will have, that is XL. So we can write Z is equal to XL. So here the equation of IRMS can be Vrms upon XL. Now that value of XL you find, first of all, XL is omega L, that is 2 pi FL, easy to find. Just place these values, 2 pi F, that is frequency is given 50 hertz. Inductance is also given 44 millihenry. Millihenry has to be converted into Henry by multiplying 10 raised to minus 3. So XL will be 13.816 ohm, and you can easily calculate now IRMS to be Vrms upon XL, because that is XL. Just 220 upon 13.816, and you will get the answer of IRMS, that is 15.92 ampere. Okay. Now 7.4, 4, a 60 microfarad capacitor is connected to 110 volt supply. That supply you have to consider as voltage, that is VRMS. Here VRMS is 110 volt, 60 hertz is the frequency. Determine the RMS value of the current in circuit. So here again IRMS is nothing but Vrms upon Z, and here there is only capacitor, so it is having capacitive reactance to be Xc, so Z will be equal to Xc. So IRMS will be equal to Vrms upon Xc. That Xc is calculated first 1 upon omega c, 1 upon 2 pi fc or 2 pi nu c, whatever. You just place the value, pi is 3.14, okay, and the value of frequency is 60 hertz, and the capacitive reactance is also 60 microfarad. So if you just simplify, then you will get 44.23 as capacitive reactance. Now IRMS is VRMS upon as such Xc only. So just place these values 110 upon 44.23, you will get the current, that is IRMS, easily it is 2.487 ampere. Okay. Now 7.5 is a question which is depending upon the question number 7.3 and 7.4. We want to find out the net power absorbed by each circuit over a complete cycle in these two examples. And as you know, power is Vrms, IRMS, cos phi, where cos phi, as you know, power factor. When there is only inductor or only capacitor, the phase difference between current and voltage is pi by 2. And if you take phi is equal to pi by 2 in this cos phi, then cos pi by 2 is 0, so power is 0 in the capacitor as well as in inductor both. Okay. The other one is cos of minus pi by 2, because the capacitor, okay, the current is lagging behind the voltage by pi by 2, so minus pi by 2 we are taking, but cos of minus pi by 2 is also 0 only, so both the power in inductive circuit and capacitive circuit, the power will be 0. Okay, that is very easy to understand. Okay, in above circuits, during increasing current conditions, energy is drawn from the source, and same amount of energy is given back to the source during the decreasing current condition. As you know that in AC current, initially the current increases, then decreases. For increasing, the energy is taken from the source, and this energy is stored in the electric field of capacitor for capacitive circuit, and for inductive circuit the energy is stored in the magnetic field. And whenever there is a decrease in current in this particular time period, the energy which is stored in the inductor and capacitor is given back to the source during decreasing current condition. Hence there is no power loss, and hence net power consumed on every cycle of AC is 0 for purely inductive and purely capacitive circuits. Now numerical number 7.6, obtain the resonant frequency omega R. Omega R stands for resonant angular frequency. For series LCR circuit, the values are given. Okay, what is Q value of the circuit? Now as you know, omega R or omega 0, that is resonant angular frequency, is given by the formula 1 upon under root LC. Place the value of L. What is L? L is 2 Henry, capacitor is 32, 10 raised to minus 6. Just place them and get the answer by simplifying it as 125 radian per second. Q value can be found as omega R L upon R. This is the equation of Q value. You just place the values. Omega R we got 125, L is 2, R is 10, 25 is the quality factor. or you can use the three values of R, L and C and you can calculate the Q value of the circuit in a different way also. 1 upon R under root L upon C, place those values of R, L and C and get the answer to be 25. Okay. Now numerical number 7.7, charged 30 microfarad capacitor is connected to 27 millihenry inductor. So you have a charged capacitor of 30 microfarad which is connected to the 27 millihenry inductor. What is the angular frequency of the free oscillation? It is very easy. Omega is 1 upon under root LC. Just place the values of L and C and get the answer. Okay, it's too easy to calculate. Okay. Now 7.8, suppose the initial charge on the capacitor in exercise 7.7, that is previous numerical, is 6 millicoulomb 10 raised to minus 3. We have to multiply. What is the total energy stored in the circuit initially? Okay, very easy. Energy is stored in the capacitor because capacitor is fully charged. So energy is stored in the capacitor, in the electric field of the capacitor also we can say. So that energy is nothing but Q square upon 2C. Initial charge is denoted here as Q0 and Q0 is 6 millicoulomb. So it is 6 into 10 raised to minus 3 coulomb. Okay, just place the values and get the answer. Very easy to calculate. Okay. So Uy, that is initial energy, is 0.6 joule according to the law of conservation of energy for pure, or we can say pure LC oscillations. This initial energy and final energy must be equal or energy should not dissipate for pure LC circuit, or we can say the energy is not dissipated in an ideal situation. Okay. Now numerical number 7.9, a series LCR circuit with 20 ohm as a resistance. Okay, inductance is 1.5 Henry, capacitance 35 microfarad is connected to a variable frequency 200 volt AC supply. When the frequency of the supply equals the natural frequency of the circuit, what is the average power transferred to the circuit in one complete cycle? Okay, now try to understand. Whenever there is resonance, this XL is equal to XC. For our impedance we know R square plus XL minus XC the whole square. Both the values are same, so this part vanishes. So Z is equal to R. So as you know, power is V square RMS upon R. Values are there. V RMS is 200 volt. Okay, just place them and get the answer for the power, and that must be 2000 watt. Okay. Now numerical number 7.10, a radio can tune over a frequency range of portion of mega, or rather medium wave broadcast band. Medium wave broadcast is from 800 kilohertz to 1200 kilohertz. Okay. Now if its LC circuit has effective inductance, see, inductance of the LC circuit is given 200 into 10 raised to minus 6 Henry. What must be the range of the variable capacitor? So both the frequencies must be tuned by the variable capacitor. And then what will happen if you vary that capacitor from that particular value, rather maximum value to minimum or minimum to maximum, all other intermediate frequencies will also be tuned. Okay, and as you know, that frequency of the, and rather we can say natural frequency, as angular frequency, as you know, omega 0 is 1 upon under root LC. So if you write 2 pi f0 or nu 0 is 1 upon under root LC, so f0 can be 1 upon 2 pi under root LC, and square of it will give you f0 square. Okay, f0 square you will get, because we want to make C as a subject of formula. That is why we are squaring it, and we make C as a subject of formula. If you square this, then this square root will go, it becomes LC. Okay, make C as a subject of formula. So 1 upon 4 pi square F0 square L. Now F0, which is given to us 1200 kilohertz maximum value, which is to be tuned. So place that 1200 kilohertz instead of F0 max. So you will have C minimum, because denominator is maximum, the answer will be minimum. So if you write 1200 kilohertz, okay, instead of F0, then here we write 1200 kilo means 10 raised to 3, square of it, inductance is given 200 10 raised to minus 6 Henry, that is a fixed value in the circuit. 4 into 3.14 whole square. So if you simplify, you will have 88 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad, or 88 picofarad. Okay. Now if you place 800 kilohertz, that is a minimum value of frequency which is to be tuned, you will have maximum value of capacitance. Similarly, just we have to simplify, okay, and we will have 198 picofarad. So the capacitor, which is a variable capacitor, must have a range from 88 picofarad to 198 picofarad. Now 7.11, 3 questions are there. 3 questions are calculated differently. This figure is given to us. Okay, there are 3 components, L, C and R. Values are given. Variable frequency. Figure shows a circuit of LCR series circuit connected to variable frequency. Okay, 230 volt source means Vrms is given 230. Okay, now determine the source frequency which drives the circuit in resonance. Now for circuit in resonance, okay, if you want the circuit to be driven in resonance, then the natural frequency of this series LCR circuit, just now we have calculated, F0 is 1 upon 2 pi under root LC, and just we have to place the value of inductance and capacitance in this square root. Simplify, you will get the answer of the frequency, and the angular frequency can also be obtained. Omega is 2 pi f. So angular frequency will be 50 radian per second. Okay, very easy calculation. Now same question, but the another part, B part. Okay, same circuit, values are same, that of RLC, value of the source which is Vrms 230 volt. Obtain the impedance of the circuit and the amplitude of current at resonating frequency. Very important, we want to find out current at resonating frequency and at resonance. We know that XL is equal to XC, so Z becomes R. Okay, because Z is equal to under root R square plus XL minus XC the whole square, and when these two values are same, at that time only resonance occurs, and we have Z is equal to R. Okay, so IM, that is maximum current at the time of resonance, is Vm upon modulus of Z, or we can say value of impedance. And as you know that Vrms is nothing but Vrms is Vm upon root 2. So Vm is equal to under root 2 into Vrms. So instead of this Vm, we write under root 2 into Vrms upon the value of impedance, that is Z. Z is nothing but which is having the value R. Okay, Z is having the value which is R. So just we have to place the values which are given, and we get the maximum current to be 8.13 ampere. Okay. Now 7.11, but the C part of this figure shows the circuit. Values are shown. Determine the RMS potential. Determine the RMS potential drop across the 3 elements of the circuit. Show that the potential drop across the LC combination is 0 at the resonant frequency. Now see VR, that is voltage across resistor, is IRMS into R. So it is Im by root 2. We have obtained the value of Im. Im we got, what was that? 8.13 ampere. So just we have to place these values and you get the answer. VR to be 230 volt. Okay, that is very easy calculation. Now in series LCR circuit, V is equal to VR plus VL minus VC the whole square. Squaring them, okay, you will get the V square is equal to VR square plus VL minus VC the whole square. Now V square is given 230, VR is also 230, so we can say VL minus VC because these two will be cancelled out. Okay, these 230 on both the sides will be cancelled out. Okay, so VL minus VC the whole square is equal to 0, so VL minus VC is 0, so VL is equal to VC, or we can say potential drop across LC combination is 0, or net potential drop across LC combination is IRMS into XL minus XC. Now this will be 0 as XL is equal to XC at the time of resonance, whichever way you explain. Okay, voltage across LC combination is IRMS into XL minus XC, and XL is equal to XC, so this value will be equal to 0. Okay, so our numerical part is getting over. Try to 2-3 times watch this video and try to calculate this 2-3 times in your notebook. Okay, thank you very much.